Hi everyone, and welcome to Storie Straordinarie. I'm your host, Iris Perrone, and today I have the honor of introducing you to the story of an extraordinary person, Dr. Masao Tomonaga. So thank you for being here, Dr. Tomonaga.
I very much delighted to have been invited to your studio.
Thank you.
I'm exciting.
So, Dr. Tomonaga is the honorary director of the Japanese Red Cross Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Hospital, and he is himself a Ibakusha, a survivor of the atomic bomb. He is specialized in internal medicine and hematology at Nagasaki University Medical School, and throughout his career, he has studied and explained the medical consequences of the atomic bomb, including radiation exposure, cancer, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. So my first question is, you survived the atomic bombing as a child, even though you were too young to remember the explosion itself, just at 2 years old at the time. What did your parents tell you about what happened on August 9th, 1945, and how did that experience, even if you were too young to remember it directly, end up shaping your life?
Okay, I start to explain my atomic bomb experience. That is, as you said, August 9, 1102, it exploded as a second atomic bombing on Japanese cities next to Hiroshima. And my house was located about 2.5 kilometers from the hypocenter, that is ground zero. My house crushed, half broken, and our house had 2 floors. I was sleeping in bed on the second floor. The roof of the house crushed so that my bed became in a very narrow space between roof and the floor. So I was sleeping because I had been suffering acute tonsillitis, throat inflammation a few days ago, and my mother ordered me to keep bed rest. And my mother was cooking downstairs, that's first floor. She quickly came up, but it was difficult to came up. But she found me very intact and in the Japanese bed that is called futon. So she took me out of the bed and ran down the ladder and to start escaping from our crushed house because the firestorm seemed to be coming soon. Actually, our area hit it firestorm. It is called firestorm. That eradicated the station, nearby station area within half days. Next morning, this area became completely flat. So we had no house to live. So my mother decided to go to her parents' hometown nearby, about 60 kilometers from Nagasaki city. My father, was not in Nagasaki at the time of bombing. So he was serving as a military doctor for Japanese Army Air Force in Taiwan. There he heard that Nagasaki was terribly hit and destroyed. So he once thought his family member, my mother, and the first son, not yet meet. So But my mother's letter safely reached to Taiwan Air Force Base, and my father knew we were alive. So he was very happy. And he came back to Japan after 1 year of prisoners of war life to Nagasaki. And he became University Hospital Associated Professor. That was our family experience of the second atomic bomb, Nagasaki bomb. That's all.
Yeah. You followed in your father's footsteps and you dedicated your whole career to studying the effects of the radiation exposure, in particular its role in the development of leukemia, based on your many years of research and your work with patients. What kind of long-term physical symptoms have Ibakusha experienced? And what about the physical and psychological and post-traumatic effects they faced?
Yeah, truly speaking, my father was the first doctor who started to research on the radiation effects on Hibakushians. He found around 3-4 years after atomic bombing, mainly children, began to develop acute leukemia and died. Almost all died. And so he started intensive research about induction of leukemia by radiation. And later he found adult cases also began to increase after 5 to 10 years. And this elevation of leukemia incidence among atomic bomb survivors apparently continued for 15 to 20 years, and then gradually declined. But this is not the end of radiation effect on Hibakusha. The second wave was a start of cancer induction. Various kinds of cancer began to occur among atomic bomb survivors. This continues for many, many years, still continuing after 80 years now. And moreover, leukemia incidence declined fairly too low, but second wave of blood cell malignancy called myelodysplastic syndrome, abbreviated by MDS. Because this MDS is now most prevalent among elderly persons over 75 years old. So this continues also. So in summary, the health effect of atomic bomb radiation actually the lifelong effect. Many people now getting 86 in mean age, they were 2-3 years old at the time of bombing. After 80 years, their incidence of leukemia, cancer, and MDS still continues. That is a big problem, and also anxiety and fear for atomic bomb survivors. So they still not relieved from atomic bomb effects. That's all.
Your family had a close relationship with Dr. Takashi Nagai. How did that connection influence your personal journey? And for those who may not be familiar with him, could you briefly tell us who Dr. Nagai was?
I know very well about Italian people knows Dr. Takashi Nagai very well. He was actually a kind of family member with our Tomonaga family, because Dr. Nagai's physician was my father. My father was treating Dr. Nagai's chronic leukemia with medicine. And at the time of his suffer from chronic leukemia, his living house was in the midst of atomic bomb disaster. So the house was so small, and he decided to ask to my father, Dr. Tomonaga, to take care of his first son, Makoto. So my father, our family accepted Makoto to our home in a city called Omura, about 60 kilometers from Nagasaki. There, Makoto spent 2-3 years, and he graduated from elementary school and returned to Nagasaki City to enter middle high school. At the time, Nagasaki City is very well reconstructed, and Dr. Nagai's family now live together. So our family relation was so close for 3 years after atomic bombing.
And after so many years in close contact with suffering, how have you managed to preserve your humanity without losing hope that the men and women of our time can use science and technology with wisdom? And in your view, what can younger generation learn from the experience of Ibakusha and from your own personal journey?
First, I want to explain why atomic bomb radiation effect is lifelong. We found the reason for this in the recent 10 years. Atomic bomb radiation hit all human body cells. That means each organ has a huge number of cells. Those cells are all hit by radiation, and they receive radiation to their DNA. DNA contains many genes, human genes. So some genes are injured, and those genes, injured genes, become terrible cancer-causing gene abnormality in some people, not all, in some people. So this continues for more than 80 years. So I would like young generation in Italy recognize this fact. This is a real proof about the atomic bomb radiation, and also atomic bomb itself is inhumane nature. So we need to eradicate nuclear weapons in near future as soon as possible. So this is my message to Italian young generations.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your words of wisdom, and thank you for your time with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, you are welcome.